It's easy to drop 4 or 5 strokes off your short game. All you need is a firm grip, a bottle of swing lube, and a moist towelette. So make yourself a drink, grab a cigar, get your mind right. Therapy's in session, gentlemen.
Oh, he got all of that one. It's in the hole! It's in the hole!
So you want to drop 4 strokes off your short game? I got a simple recipe for you. Make a firm wrist cock. Apply swing lubrication and finish on a moist towelette. That's going to give your short game a happy ending every single time. Now, most of you are familiar with Phil Mickelson's hinge and hold technique, which I personally think is the greatest thing ever invented. I guess I kind of think Phil's the greatest thing ever invented also. However, I'm here to tell you that I might be over lubricated. By the way, I'm not sponsored or endorsed any of the companies that I lubricate with. These just happen to be the guys that I like. I'm not saying I'm not open to the idea. So, y'all want to call me, feel free to hook me up. I'll take all the free lubrication you send me. As a professional who's a big believer in using grown-up words with grown-up people, so I'm here to tell you that this is a wrist hinge. This is a wrist cock. Okay, so before all you Phil fans get all up in arms and start hating on me in the comment section, just let me say you straight. I love the guy. I'm not trying to put the guy down. I can't help it. I spent months and months getting my fake therapy license. And therapy is nothing more than words. So if he doesn't get the words right, even though he has everything else right, you can't really expect me to let that go. I actually love Phil. You're the guy. You're the man. If it weren't for you, I probably would have quit this game a long time ago. Thing is, I am that kid in class that called the teacher out when he was wrong. I think I need more than this. Think of a gun. You cock the trigger, right? You don't flip it sideways. That's a hinge. As long as you can get a firm wrist cock, stroke that wrist cock, with a modest amount of lubrication.
It's in the hole!
More importantly is finishing on a moist paper towel. Don't have a flaccid wrist cock. Don't let it be all wiggly and loose. Keep it firm. Straight up, just like that. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but Dr. Dick, how am I going to do this when I'm actually playing? Here's the secret. Give yourself a little bit of swing lube. Practice the way you play. The same way we do here. You're going to do it out on the course. If you've got a difficult chip, you're going to take a little swing lube. Take a little shot. Now visualize yourself stroking your firm wrist cock. Smoothly stroke it. Now visualize yourself playing with your nuts when you practice. If you don't play with your nuts when you practice, you need to go back and watch my other video. Playing with your nuts when you practice really tunes your eyes and your hands so you have eye-hand coordination that's better than you had before, that's for sure. So, now this is a pressured chip. This is important. You need to get this close to the hole or you're not going to break 80, right? So just imagine yourself when you practice stroking your nuts right before you hit. You just remember that you want to stroke a firm wrist cock. Okay. And stroke it straight to your imaginary moist towel. Now let me give you a real example of how this works. Switch up my swing lube. I'm going to go with malted swing lube. I got 4 balls here. I think you can still see it, but I've got my moist towelette right here. So even though I want the ball to go in that hole, or actually hit the pin, the truth is I'm just aiming for the moist towelette. That's my goal. Land as close to that moist towelette as I can. Let the chips fall where they may. So I'm just going to get my wrist cock firm and then stroke it. Ooh, almost hit that towelette. And the beauty of that is, even though I didn't hit the pin, I barely went a foot past. I'm looking down, I'm actually imagining that I have a little peanut under my ball. Looking at that peanut, not the ball. I'm lining up. Now that I'm lined up, I don't think about aiming anymore. I focus on my moist towelette. Get my firm wrist cock. I just stroke it right onto the towelette. That almost went in the hole, sir. Okay, those first shots were from about 8-9 yards. Now I'm out 20 yards. I want to show you that the concept doesn't change. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to stroke my firm wrist cock. I'm going to focus on the towelette. I'm just going to make sure that my club head and my firm wrist cock finishes to it. Just like that. It's right on the towelette, gentlemen. Swing lube, a firm wrist cock, and stroking that onto a moist towelette. Going to take 4 strokes off your game, off your short game. That's for sure. And again, if you haven't seen my video on how to play with your nuts when you practice, you've got to go see that one. Because making good contact, hitting the crack of the ball, it's every bit as important as finishing your stroke onto a moist towelette. Okay, a couple of quick tips. Tip number 1, always lubricate, never swing dry. Tip number 2, always hold your firm wrist cock in your left hand. Boom. In your left hand. Unless you're right-handed, then you hold it in your, let's see, so left-handed this way, right hand. So if you're right-handed, you stroke it this way. If you're left-handed, you stroke it this way. The point I'm trying to make is that the stroke is done with this hand. This hand stays firm, this wrist stays firm, this cock stays firm, doesn't get all flaccid, doesn't flip around, and your right hand stays out of it. Your right hand is just for moral support. It comes along and says, yay, you're doing good, you're doing good. But it doesn't actually get involved because it's going to want to flip. Your right hand is going to make your wrist cock want to release prematurely. So don't release prematurely. Hold your wrist cock in your left hand. Always lubricate. Never swing dry. Don't drink and drive. And leaders are readers.
Hey guys, subscribe to Dr. Dick's channel. Just subscribe down below and watch the videos. That's terrible. I need to start over. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Hey guys, subscribe to Dr. Dick's channel. You're gonna learn how to play with your balls, put them in a hole, basically, and slice the ball as farther as you ever did before.
Exactly. Well done.
Yeah.